Now, something I've never really addressed on this channel so far is what made me do the big switch of economics and finance at uni for 3 years to an MA, a master's in professional acting. So the first thing I should do in relation to these career changes is probably outline the new difference in terms of like my career and what it was going to be versus what it looks like now. So originally when I was going to graduate, I was going to try and get an internship in an investment bank and kind of aim to work on the trading floor and just trade securities. My day-to-day life probably would have been something like, wear a suit every day, wake up early, have a briefcase, go to the tube into the city, big Canary Wharf is the goal, have a bit of banter with the other traders, put in grueling hours, no doubt, and grueling work, then come home. I almost wanted to be a big city boy earning good money, because there's never a doubt about it. Economics and finance is such a great degree for earning money. It's quite high up on there in terms of graduate salary and graduate earnings, because finance is a big thing for making money, and most people, money is a big aim in life, to make money. So then I switched it out for a career where the probability of becoming successful is very low. Acting is very saturated as well, and the lifestyle is more of a sit around most of the time, wait for somebody to ring you and get an audition, do that audition, and then pray that you get it, earn money, and the same cycle every single day, until maybe you get a lucky break, you get a Netflix series, and then the balls start ticking over automatically. But the difference between being an intern and being a fresh graduate in terms of an acting life is such a different thing. The drastic change is that I've gone from a rather normal route with a plan in each stop and each progression to a route that kind of starts here, ends here, but who knows what the middle road is gonna entail, or if we can even make it. So what made me want to switch paths in life and careers in life? There's no real big catalyst, to be honest. It's not like the content I learned at university studying economics was so bad that it made me want to think, I can't do this for the rest of my life, I must do something else. It was more of I still struggled with my degree. I struggled big time. It was hard. We learned hard stuff, but it was fun as well. I enjoyed the practical uses of what we learned, and I still think like an economist. I still use economics every day. It's such a valuable general skill to have. But I think it was a simple case of I wasn't afraid to make the change, and I just enjoyed YouTube, podcasting, filming more than I did economics. And I saw no loss in terms of trying it out for a few years. And another big thing is that if I want to be an actor, there's no way, let's say, I could be working a full-time job and be an actor. However, if I wanted to, let's say, still invest, because investing is a big passion of mine, as you'll have seen in many other videos, I can still essentially be an actor and make trades on the side and do my day-to-day acting life and be a semi-investor. And I think there was a big thing of, while I'm young and while money isn't as big a priority, because I have no family, I have no house yet, I don't really need to focus on bringing home money. I can actually just try and be an actor and go for it. And honestly, when I speak to my friends, I still say, yeah, if they're an investment banker, they're wearing a suit, they're going up to London, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, I like that. But I think it was more of just why not have a change? And I think what people find quite interesting about my career switch is that often people switch careers for the money. Let's say if you did history, you might move into law, because firstly, there's no money in history and there's more money in law. And that's always a big catalyst. Obviously, people might be passionate about law as well as history, but money's such a big catalyst, and generally the switch is from a low-paying field of study to a high-paying field of study. But I've probably gone from, on average, a high-paying field of study to a low-paying field of study, unless you're in the elite few, which is interesting. I do back it, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be an economist to know that money is what makes the world go round. There comes a point where, on whatever career path you're on, if you aren't earning enough money to survive, then you have to change. If I did ever have to change, I would definitely look back at going into economics, investment banking, that sort of world, because it is one of the things I do enjoy, and I studied for it for 3 years. Really, you can't get a bigger career switch than that. And people have often asked me, do I feel like I wasted 3 years of my life? Do I feel like I regret making the decision? And the simple answer is no. I don't feel I wasted any time, and I'm not regretting it. The content I learned for 3 years while I was studying economics, in no way did it make me think, I'd hate to do this for the rest of my life. Yeah, it was challenging. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, I probably, couldn't do it every single day of my life. But the investing side of things, as you guys know, I'm still very passionate about that. I still like to invest. I still like to do all that sort of thing. I think it's more of a case of I liked it, but I preferred the creative side of things, like YouTube, like podcasting, like acting a bit more. So yeah, in general, there's no big reason. That's why I haven't really made a video on it before. There's no big catalyst. It's more of just a passion thing. But essentially, you guys wanted this video. I've had so many questions about it. Here it is. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll
Have you seen the video on space mining?
No. They collect asteroids from space?
Yeah. Yeah, a video on space mining. That wasn't actually my boss that time. Yeah, they basically sending probes out to asteroids, and then the probes will release fuel once attached to the asteroid, which in like 20, 30 years, it will bring them into the alignment of our moon. And then from the alignment of our moon, we can send up like shuttles to go collect the resources that will be on an asteroid. But particular asteroids could have enough iron that the world has, like enough iron or like left of like a raw material on it.
Yeah.
But they can't get enough of investments at the moment, because saying to investors you'll get a return in 30 years, a lot of investors will be like, I could be dead in 30 years.
Yeah, but here's the thing, that's where we come in. We're 20. This is the perfect time to invest in asteroid capturing companies, which I don't know if they're public, but if you gave me one right now, I would 100% invest in it, because actually there's a lot of logistics, but I think it's such a thing where if you're so young, you may as well invest now while you're young,
into the
and you'll reap
term.
The long term, you'll definitely reap rewards. But also this asteroid thing, how on earth would you bring down an asteroid safely to Earth without destroying a whole continent or something like that?
Someone who's very good at physics and aerodynamics, space dynamics.
How big an asteroid is going to be? Like the size of the UK or smaller?
Obviously, they would have to work out how much raw materials they think's on this asteroid, or minerals or whatever, to bring it back. But can you imagine, like, because obviously all this is be generated from a computer, wouldn't it?
Of course.
Can you imagine the biggest mistake in history was a whoops in a calculation that didn't bring it to the moon's orbit, but straight to the Earth, sort of like collision course? That would be such like a whoops moment.
It would be a whoops and a half. It'd be sabotage.
Yes.
All the rich people gone to Mars. Would you move to Mars actually?
No.
When
you think about it, Mars is a planet desert.
Isn't it? It was like the moon.
Worse than a desert.
They found small elements of subterrestrial life. No, is that a small life?
Yeah.
And tiny bits of water, maybe like on Jupiter, microorganisms, etc., on either Mars or maybe not the moon, maybe the moon, on one of these planets.
Yeah.
And I was like, if civilization starts again and my life's awful, I would maybe move to Mars or wherever.
All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave. How I behave.